Hey folks, Jason Buckner here from Automation Made Easy. Today I want to talk to you about payment plans, and we've been through before on another video how to set up a payment plan in your business and the difference between payment plans and subscriptions. But what I want to discuss with you today is a payment plan and how we can have just a payment plan on an order form. See, what happens is when we attach a payment plan to a product, it comes up with both the original product and the payment plan, and sometimes we don't want that. Maybe a scenario where we want to create some automation around purchase of a particular product, and if we use a payment plan on a product, whether it's the payment plan or whether it's the pay in full version of the product, it will flag the automation. So generally what we have to do is have two different versions, one for the product to pay in full, and then one for the product on payment plan, and trick the system and have two different products so that then we can create some different automation on the payment plan. And for example, that might be, we might send a specific email to someone who's on a payment plan to get them to try and pay in full, or something along the lines of that. Now, we use payment plans. Just a little quick recap, we would use a payment plan rather than a subscription if we want it to be one complete purchase. So say it was 7 installments of $100 or something like that, $700. In a payment plan, the invoice goes out for the whole $700 and the payments get listed off that invoice, whereas a subscription, it's 7 separate invoices that go through. So just the difference in there. So let's dive into Infusionsoft and see how we can automate around just the payment plan on one of the order forms or just the individual product on one of the order forms. Let's go in and have a look. So when we're inside a campaign inside Infusionsoft, we've got this campaign goal here, which is the product purchase campaign goal. Now, when we choose a product inside here, and I'm just going to choose a specific product purchase, if I go in here and type in the affiliate mastery, Automation Made Easy affiliate mastery style, you can see I can choose the $9.97 in here, and I'll choose that product, but I can't choose if that is a payment plan or if that is a pay in full purchase. So we'll just go back into there again. I can't choose one or the other, and I'm lucky enough to have actually set up two products. One of them is going to be the $997 pay in full purchase, and then the other one, and this will be for the pay in full, and the other one will be for the installment purchase or the payment plan purchase. Now, if I had a subscription, I could choose between the subscription purchase and the pay in full purchase, but we can't do that when it's a payment plan. So in the payment plan purchase, what I have to do is I have to set up a specific product that is the payment plan. And if we have a look here at this particular product, the 4 times $297, that's the one that I want to deal with here. So 4 times $297 in there, and this was the $997 payment in full here. Now, the reason why we might want to separate these is in our sequences. We might have an email in here, specific email and bonuses, specific to payment in full, and then of course I'm just going to hit Control and drag that down, and then we might have some email and bonuses that are specific to the payment plan. That we have to keep them separate, of course, so that we can determine between the two different products when we're coming into our campaign, so that we can make sure that only the pay in full ones get this sequence, and only the payment plan ones get this sequence. If it was a subscription, then we can separate them, but we can't separate them for a payment plan. Now, if we go through to the order form for this particular product, we'll have a look at that here. This is the product here. If we go through to that order form, you can see here on this order form that single payment of 1118. Actually, I don't want to show that because this is a product that I've set up specifically to run through for this, pricing that has some interest for the payment plan. All I want to show is just these 4 payments of $297. I don't want them to see this whatsoever, so all I want them to do is see this. So what I'm going to do is show you some code. There's some code here, and that will be represented below the video as well in case you need to use that. And we're going to use this code for the two-step order form. We're going to copy this code here, and all we need to do is take that code and put it into our order form, and there's a couple of things we need to do. I just want to draw your attention. It's very small text. I do apologize here. We'll zoom in on the recording so you can have a look at that. So I just want to draw your attention to this section right here, var b underscore plan equals 11. We have to get that number. It's not actually 11. We have to go and find that number in the code of the order form and put it into the script for this to work. So let's go and do that first, and then we'll put it into the order form, and then we'll remove that single payment. So what we're going to do is go to, I'll just move that over here, just going to go in here and go to view source, view page source. You right click, view page source. Now in the code section, you can see down here, it says search on pay plan ID value with all of that information in there. So you can just copy that and then change the 11 above to the value, basically is what we need to do. So in here we go Command F or Control F, and we paste that into there. And you can see there it's come up, this is the value 0, that's not the one we're looking for. It's this one here, pay plan ID value equals 3 in this circumstance. The 0 one is for the original. So we're going to use 3. So what we do is we go to our code in here and we change the 11 to the value. So the value is 3. So I'm going to go up here to the 11 and I'm going to change that to a 3. And then we grab this script and we copy all of that, and then we go back to our order form. So in our order form, we go into our HTML areas, and in the top here, we just paste in the code that I've just given you there, and it appears below the video, and we click on save. So now what happens if I go to the links here and we click through to that link, that's just going to refresh for me there. So now what happens, it's basically pre-selected and only showing the payment plan on this particular order because we only want them to go through as a payment plan. And the reason why we want to do that is in our campaign, back to the right one, because we might have some specific information about the payment plan that we want to send to the customers, or remove some specific information because the people that pay in full get a bonus that the people that are on the payment plan do not. Now, of course, if we were doing it in the one product and we add a payment plan to that product, we can absolutely add a payment plan to the original product, but then we can't separate it out in the campaign. So what this means is we can separate out the payment plan to a different product in the campaign, and on our order form, we can pre-select and only show just the payment plan with the code that appears below this video. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.